All the strange things, they come and go as early warnings. Stranded starfish have no place to hide, still waiting for the swollen Easter tide. There's no point in direction, we cannot even choose a side. I took the old track, the hollow shoulder across the waters. On the tall cliffs, they were getting older, sons and daughters. The jaded underworld was riding high on waves of steel hurled metal at the sky. And as the nails sunk in the cloud, the rain was warm and soaked in the crowd. Lord, here comes the flood. We'll say goodbye to flesh and blood. If again the seas are silent in any still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry. When the flood calls, you have no home, you have no walls. In the thunder crash, you're 1,000 miles within a flash. Don't be afraid to cry of what you see. The actor's gone, there's only you and me. And if we break before the dawn, we'll use up what we used to be. Lord, here comes the flood. We'll say goodbye to flesh and blood. If again the seas are silent in any still alive, it'll be those who gave their island to survive. Drink up, dreamers, you're running dry.
When we played you a track from Robert Fripp's new album the other week, I told you it was a pretty varied collection. Well, there's evidence of that fact. A virtually solo performance of a Peter Gabriel song by Peter Gabriel, but taken from Fripp's own album, Exposure. But what's been interesting us even more is Robert's strange plan for promoting the new record. You see, it's the first part of a planned trilogy, Exposure, which is out now, Frippatronics and Discotronics. And he's currently involved in a series of gigs in the most unlikely venues, like offices and restaurants, playing music from the second album, which isn't due out until the autumn. I wish you'd use my front room as well. It's complicated, isn't it? But then, Fripp is a complicated person, so we gave him the chance to explain himself and tell us what precisely Frippatronics is, or are.
Frippatronics works within that field of music, generally referred to as Muzak, but hopefully in the way which qualifies it for the term ambient, as Brian Eno would say. There are a number of political statements and value statements implied in this Frippatronic tour of the world, and it works on a number of different levels. That I could travel the world on my own for a start, because as we know, rock stars need an entire entourage, and they simply can't be allowed to go out and pretend that they're independent, functioning, adult human beings, able to take care of themselves. If one passes that hurdle, then the next one is, how can this Fripp person, for example, come in and play in an office on his own to people that work in the record company and make a human contact with them? How can he go and play at the Pizza Express, for example, there's very little in the way of a precedent for this. So one has an enormous amount of hurdles to overcome, but there is a statement implied in that it can be done. And rather than talk about it unduly, doing it carries a weight which words just can't. From purely market point of view, I'm promoting laterally Exposure currently and Frippatronics in a forward sense. Promoting one album by playing the next, as it were. I'm happy, I'm selling records and I have an opportunity to play to people and make human contact. And this is another of the main themes of the small, mobile and intelligent Frippatronic tour of the world, which is human contact. That increasingly this has become impossible. If only in the rock world, for three reasons. The escalation, dinosauric escalation of the size of rock concerts and rock events. Secondly is the increasing acceptance of rock music as spectator sport, in which the audience is entertained and responds only passively to the music. And thirdly, because of the vampiric relationship between the performer and the audience, where each sucks off the other and humours the pretensions of each other. Frippatronics seeks to counter that in three ways. One, by reducing the scale of the size of the event. Two, by encouraging the active listening of the audience, which is very hard work and makes the contribution of the audience at least as important as mine as performer. And thirdly, by declining to humour the particular pretensions or demands of, inverted commas, rock fans. I'm thinking here of autographs, cameras and cassette machines. And for my part, I don't wish my own particular egocentricities to be humoured either. That I don't expect that kind of star attention, which a considerable part of the business flourishes upon. So these are, to my mind, 3 steps to an intelligent world.
We stare, how far, how clear, now touch, touch here, now warm, now near, now near, within, with you, with love, how sweet, how filled, now time, now time. Now touch, how sweet, how dear, how dear. Time, I'm still tonight. Star, we stand. How far, how clear, how far, how clear, how far, how clear. Now touch, touch here, now warm, now near. Within you, with love, with love, with love. I stand in the hallway, she stands in the hall. I stand at the doorway, she stands at the door. I lean in the window, she leans on the wind.
And that's Daryl Hall with a song called North Star from the new Robert Fripp LP, which is called Exposure. And the other piece of music you heard in that interview, or rather that chat, or maybe even that lecture, was a live recording of Frippatronics. It was recorded at a pizza parlor in London. It's not available on record yet. Right, finally this week, some music from a band I hope we'll be talking to next Saturday on this program. From the 12-inch version of Judas Priest's new single, this is the Green Manalishi.